today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with Drake. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Beckham. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 81 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Jefferson. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. No interception of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joe. So that complicates 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. These two teams all tied after 1. Boswell's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first, and it'll bring up third down now. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Herbert off of play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Now Wilson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wilson will throw again. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Herbert. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's 1 step in the proper direction. Down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
They snap it to Herbert. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Back to throw here, Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second down and 8. They'll try the right side with Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Eckler again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Well, obviously you can take the field goal here and tie it, or you can be gutsy. What are you doing?
Oh, man, come on. Let's be gutsy. Let's go get it, because to me,
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Chargers to this week. They defeat Herbert. Going to lead up the Chargers here. 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They had 3 yards on 1st down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, 31 yards. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. Wilson. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Again, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Herbert now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKinney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 45 on second down, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Herbert throwing again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Jerry Jeudy from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 15. 1:47 on the clock. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finding Sutton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Caught by Dulcich. And he goes out right around the 39. Now Wilson on first down. He's got Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now it's Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before before he reaches the 8-yard line. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Second down and goal. Wilson buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hand?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point put through by Boswell, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He finds his man complete. It's McKinney. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was a defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for the Chargers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.